How long have you been on hunger strike for now?
Today is the 5th day, not eating any food, but just liquids. It is nothing compared to those people who are fighting barehanded on the streets, opening their chest to weapons, directly targeting their hearts and telling we're gonna fight, we're gonna die, we're gonna take our country back. We can't stand here, just sitting here looking at them as a horror genre movie. I think it is not just sacrificing my health, it is standing for human rights, and it's worth it.
Hello, what's your name and why are you here today?
My name is Suda, and we are gathering here in the memory of our Iranian people who were murdered on the streets 3 years ago, November 2019. What happened was Iranian went on the street to protest against a very increase in the fuel price, but it was the first point of it. After that, it caused a massive continuous protest during 1 week. The regime, Iran's regime, blocked the internet, and then they murdered over 1,500 people on the streets and arrested thousands upon thousands. No one heard the voice of those people those days, and just now during these 3 years, their family members are under pressure of the regime to do forced confession on national TV, and also some of them are arrested or imprisoned, and they are not only in the funeral and sadness of losing their loved ones, but also they are under the pressure of regime after that to be silent. And the main reason for today is, as you may have heard about the revolution of Iran these days. It's about 2 months, more than 2 months, that our Iranian people are protesting on the streets and are being murdered. And specifically in some provinces more than the others, we've got killed people like in Baluchistan, Khuzestan, and Kurdistan, all over the country. We've got lots of children murdered by the regime's soldiers and regime police. And they are oppressing our people, they are killing, they are torturing, and arresting, kidnapping, and they are raping, and also they are issuing the death penalty for those who are arrested and who are imprisoned, and they are again putting the much pressure on the family to do a forced confession, to say that their loved ones either have committed suicide or have died because of an illness. And this is brutality that you never can imagine how it can happen.
And how does it feel for you to not be home in Iran right now? It must be so hard.
To be very honest with you, it was my desire to be able to be there and fight on the streets, shoulder by shoulder of my brothers and sisters, what I always did when I was in my country. But at least we can be their voice. We can raise awareness. We can do whatever in our power to ask other governments like UK government to stand practically with Iranian people and take actions to not support Iran's regime but support Iranian. I would love to be there. I would like to be there, but to be honest, I think we can be very useful here as well. And so it's the reason that we are trying to organize, we are trying to attend, we are trying to use our voice and want other people to bring attention of other people, non-Iranian people, to the revolution of Iranian people now in Iran.
So I've heard that you're on hunger strike. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, sure. What we request from UK government is closing down the Islamic centers of Iran, which are the branches of Mr. Khamenei, leader of Iran in the UK, and they are not working in religious activities and capacities, but they are working in political as well. And this was the reason that we request the UK government to do some investigations regarding that, because we've got some documents and evidence. Why they are working here, utilizing the money of this country and the taxpayers, 150,000 annually from the taxpayers of the UK, while they pretend are working in religious activities, and they are promoting the political opinions of the leader of Iran, who is the commander of this brutality against people. They are supporting them. They are using the same terminology for Iranian protesters as Iran's commander, Iran's leaders are using. So we could gather around 18,000 signatures through a petition that is for the government to start a discussion on that. But unfortunately, we haven't received any response yet. That's the reason that I thought that I should utilize my health to stand there to bring the attention of government to this demand of Iranian people, and it will be continuing until a time that I receive a meaningful answer or response from decision makers. It doesn't mean that I will continue it until the time that they close these centers down, but it will be continuing until a time that someone responds to me and have a meaningful response.
Thank you so much for your sacrifice. That must be so hard for you to...
This is my country. This is human rights. It is not only because that they are my countrymen. It is because the human rights is violated in that country for more than 4 decades. Someone should stand. And we Iranian people are doing this, are standing and fighting for human rights. With our bodies, it is nothing compared to those people who are fighting barehanded on the streets, opening their chest to weapons directly targeting their hearts and telling we're gonna fight, we're gonna die, we're gonna take our country back. So we can't stand here just sitting here looking at them as a horror genre movie. So it is any person's responsibility. It is the responsibility of any person in this world who claim that they believe in human rights. I think it is not just sacrificing my health. It is standing for human rights, and it's worth it.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, and
thank you very much.
You did so well today, and of course the people of Iran will see this and hear this and know that they're not alone, and that's what we want, isn't it?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.